are ya, you bloody wanker? Galactic Krill here. Today we got ourselves a suggestion that came to me via the Twitter. Dude said, man, you gotta check out these guys from Munich. I'm pretty sure you'll dig them. I was like, alright, I'll have me a look-see. But the second that I realized they were punk rock, I was like, yes, yes. Nobody ever sent me punk rock to check out in the 4.5 years I've been doing this. No one sends me punk rock. So at this point, I've already decided to check them out, but then all of a sudden my expectations just skyrocketed when I checked out their Disgrace book. I mean, first of all, it says they're skate punk, man, so we would get some taka-taka mixed with hardcore, so maybe something like harsher style vocals, and thrash. So more taka-taka. And if that isn't awesome enough, I go down to their influences and says Propagandhi meets Strung Out. Are you fucking serious? Two of my favorite bands friggin' ever? I mean, that's enough as it is. But then even more of the influences: Bigwig, Strike Anywhere, Good Riddance, Municipal Waste, Creator, Napalm Death, DRI, Suicidal Tendencies, and Belvedere. Belvedere, obscure Canadian punk rock band that went defunct, I'm pretty sure, in 2006. How do these guys know who Belvedere are? This has me all kinds of excited. So with all that said, I'm gonna quit my jibber jabbering and get right into this now. 5.5 minutes seems a little bit long for a skate punk track, but we will see what we get. Straight Line, Generation Lost with 1, 2. Oh! Oh, man. Wow. Dudes. Wow. Did that ever feel good? Man, I mean, like, the nostalgia factor. I can't even remember the last time I heard clean vocals on, or just punk in general. I really liked that. I have thoughts. Seriously, dudes, I mean, if you wanted some sort of, like, insight as to what I was like or what I was listening to before I started my channel, and pretty much for, like, the 15 years before that, it was this. This just encompassed everything that I loved. This was like the inspiration of my love for the Taka Taka. The nostalgia factor alone for me on this is incredible, reminding me of so many bands that I've come to love over the years, and the inspiration for my love of the Taka Taka with the skate punk, dude, like the melodic skate punk, progressive style punk rock, dude, like Propaganda. These guys definitely reminded me of Strung Out more so than of Propaganda, dude, but just, yeah, dude, like the mixture of the sounds of the hardcore and the punk and the thrash was just very, very evident and very, very well done. I was a little afraid a track about 5.5 minutes long was going to be a bit too long for the style of track that I was assuming we were going to get, but it wasn't. It wasn't too long. I thought it was just the right amount, dude. Just every change, I loved. I'm sure a lot of what I'm going to say in the comments is people didn't like it because they don't like the style of vocal, and that's fine. That's not your thing. It's not your thing. It was definitely my thing. I would say with metal nowadays, especially, I don't really care so much about lyrics. I just care about like the feel and the tone and everything and the style of vocals that they do. But when it came to like punk and that, I loved the clearer style of vocal, and I loved the lyrics. I was into like a lot of like political punk rock, like Propaganda and that. I like to sing along. So it's just different in those capacities, dude. But just, yeah. And now with a lot of the other influences that we saw in here, like Napalm Death, definitely got some like death metal vibes in some of the drumming in certain sections, especially one section kind of toward the middle, I think it was. Man, that was absolutely fantastic. Kind of came out of nowhere. They kind of shifted the vocals toward the end too, which I actually kind of like that style of vocal a little bit more, the shoutier style than the clean. But again, like the clean very much reminds me of the other influence that they have in here is Belvedere. This song has Belvedere written all over it. If I was to say it of all the influences in here in their Disgrace book, me personally, I think Belvedere would have been like the biggest influence on all of this. Again, except for like the death metal style parts too, but just like the thrash punk style of drumming and the vocals and the vocal melody itself very much reminds me of Belvedere, man. I miss that band. They haven't been around for a very long time. Yeah, man, I loved everything. I loved the technicality in the guitars. I thought the drumming was fantastic. All the transitions, fills, and everything were great. I loved the soloing a couple of times. Soloing very melodic, very much matching the song, not taking you out of it, but being technical as well to kind of match along with the speed, the pace, and the tone of the song. Just absolutely perfect. It was a heightened cherry on the cake type feel when those moments happen, and just like, man, they break it up, the Taka Taka, with different changes and different rhythms and rhythm patterns and stuff like that was very, very cool and interesting to me. And keeping it very, very fast and cool, but kind of, again, breaking up that pacing to kind of give you a breather for a second, again, because it's a 5.5 minute long song, you know, but then it also adds to, like, the build-up of getting ready for the next, like, speed section, you know, you can feel it coming, kind of telegraph when it's gonna hit, and then just, like, mosh time, man. It's crazy. This is amazing to me, like, with this song and how, like, it kind of blends hardcore and thrash and punk. It's like, how do you mosh to that? I'm, like, looking at the crowd and seeing some people throwing down, but then there's people circle pitting at the same time. That's just going to be a clusterfuck of elbows in the face, and I could just imagine being at a show with a band like this, just not even bothering. Not going to bother. I'm not leaving here with missing teeth. Anyway, this was definitely refreshing. Very nostalgic and refreshing, and certainly something that I needed today. So hey, what the rest of you fuckers think of this shit? Agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there'll be a link in the description for this video, so you gotta watch it for yourself, full screen, full audio, and get the full experience. And as always, have yourself a fantastic evening.